Heavy-duty pickups will always be inherently compromised by their ability to move small mountains. But this is 2017 and, like their light-duty brethren, these mega work trucks have evolved from covered wagon roots to embody impressive refinement and surprising straight-line acceleration when not weighed down by a load. Our first road test of Chevrolet's updated 2017 Silverado 2500 HD reveals that General Motors was ready with a counterpunch to the huge blow Ford landed last year with an all-new, alumni-numbered F-Series Super Duty. A big boy with moves. We've already sampled the mechanically identical 2017 GMC Sierra HD. And after having experienced how confidently GM's new HD trucks can tow 10,000 pounds up a mountain in Colorado, as well as how the greater engine braking from their diesel mill's integrated exhaust brake can effectively manage that load coming back down a grade, we spent much of this test with the big Silverado unloaded. In four-wheel drive, double cab form, the smaller of the two available Fords or configurations, our siren red tint coat Silverado 2500 HD test truck carried an as-tested sticker of $64,473 and burdened our scales with 7,780 pounds, or about 200 less than a similar crew cab model. Responsible for moving all that weight, along with the 14,400 pounds it can tow and the 3,093 the truck is rated to haul in its 6.5-foot cargo bed, although that payload would overload this particular truck's GVWR by 1,373 pounds, was GM's new optional L5P Duramax 6.6-litre diesel engine of 360 horsepower gas 6.0-litre V8 remains standard. Its cast iron V8 block and its valve train layout carry over from the previous LML Duramax, but the aluminium cylinder heads, the variable edge geometry Borg walnut turbocharger, and pretty much everything else is all new. The diesel comes only with an updated Allison 6-speed automatic transmission, with the pair commanding a $9,340 upcharge on our test truck. The new Duramax's immense torque rating of 910 lb-ft comes up just shy of the Ford Power Strokes 925, yet it tops the Super Duty by 5 bonies for a class-leading total of 445 horsepower. What's more, our not-quitty-ass massive Chevy weighed 520 pounds less than the last crew cab 2017 F250 diesel 4x4 we tested, despite the Silverado's steel bodywork. Unlike the Ford Super Duty, which can tug up to an incredible 16 tons in its current form, GM took a more calculated approach, improving the refinement of its new HD rigs when empty and under the moderate use that most owners end up saddling them with towing between 10,000 and 20,000 pounds, for example. To that end, the Chevy pinged our sound meter with a modest 45 decibels at idle and just 67 decibels at a 70 miles per hour cruise, making it as hushed on the highway as a 2017 Mercedes-Benz E300 4MATIC. A 6.2-second dash to 60 miles per hour and a quarter-mile pass of 14.8 at 93 miles per hour is tame stuff in the greater automotive universe, but those numbers are downright remarkable for a truck weighing nearly 4 tons. And that performance makes our test truck by far the quickest such rig we've ever had on the track, besting the 2016 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD 4x4 diesel crew cab, which produced 397 horses and 765 lb-ft, by 1.2 seconds to 60 miles per hour and by 1.0 second and 7 miles per hour in a quarter mile. This one was also 0.7 and 0.5 seconds quicker than the new crew cab F250 with the Power Stroke, not to mention speedier than the aforementioned Mercedes luxury sedan. Our Silverado HD's 3.73-to-1 axle ratio may have assisted the acceleration a bit. While heavy-duty pickups remain exempt from EPA fuel economy ratings, the bigger 2017 Ford Super Duty eked out 1 mile per gallon more than the Silverado HD did in our hands, 15 miles per gallon versus 14, yet managed only 17 miles per gallon on our 75 miles per hour highway test to this Chevy's 19 miles per gallon. Easy rider, the mighty Silverados largely carry over chassis is surprisingly wieldy and accommodating as a daily commuter. For starters, it's considerably easier to climb aboard than the Ford, with our Chevy's seating height of 38.4 inches being about 4 inches closer to the ground than a comparable F-250's. And GM's independent front suspension, still unique among four-wheel drive heavy-duty trucks, brings not only pleasantly tactile and precise steering for a truck, if a bit on the hefty side, but also contributes to a composed ride that is nearly as sorted as the 1500 series Silverados. Compared with the latest Ford F-250, the Silverado HD almost feels plush, exhibiting little of the harsh bucking and bouncing we associate with extra-strength pickups, especially when unladen. The 6-speed Allison transmission is another boon to the Silverado HD's drivability, offering quick, firm shifts and rarely stumbling in its search for the optimal ratio. Combined with the meaty torque of the Duramax, which serves up its full complement at just 1,600 revolutions per minute, the setup produces a relentless shove to the backside and can click off 50 to 70 mph passing maneuvers 1.3 seconds quicker than before. Although our test truck was about as responsive as we could expect of something this big and heavy, this much mass is difficult to stop. Our example needed 208 feet to reach a standstill from 70 miles per hour, and with awkwardly long brake pedal travel. Our truck also sported GM's new range of dealer-installed cameras that can be added to all of its new mid and full-size pickups. The primary system $999 includes a pair of rear-facing units under each exterior mirror and a remote camera that can be fitted to the back of a trailer $999. Also included was a high-mounted unit by the center brake light that looks down into the bed $499, which would make hooking up a trailer to our truck's optional gooseneck receiver $370 a snap. Similar to Honda's lane watch system, the view from the side mounted camera is automatically displays on the Silverado's 8.0-inch central touchscreen when the turn signals are activated. Holding down the back button for the infotainment system brings up a rudimentary menu that allows the driver to switch among the various viewpoints for maximum visibility when reversing, although we did notice some lag in its response to inputs. A lot of little changes inside the Silverado HD for 2017. Our test truck's double cab arrangement provides 123 cubic feet of interior space versus the larger crew cab's 135, with the 9.5-inch difference in overall length largely going to a more capacious back seat. Stepping up to the crew would add about $1,600 to our truck space price of $49,045 with the diesel. Whereas even 6-footers can stretch out in the big Fords, or the double cab is rather tight for any adult of stature, and the seat back feels too upright. We also weren't fans of the chrome overload on the Chevy's nose and on the functional hood scoop for the new Duramax, which looks more cohesive with the upscale vibe of its GMC cousin. Both models, however, share the unsightly black plastic tank for the diesel exhaust fluid def, which is strapped to the outside of the truck's frame rail beneath the front passenger door. GM stresses that its location is secure and out of harm's way and that the capacity of this emissions control component has grown by roughly 2 gallons, to 7.0, for 2017. But it's an annoying design misstep and necessitates opening the hood to fill up, whereas other pickups, such as the Super Duty and our long-term 2016 Nissan Titan XT, mount their DEF tanks out of sight and hide the fillers behind their fuel doors. The heavy-duty trucks that grace our garage typically are fairly hedonistic, with many topping $70,000 and being as big and heavily optioned as possible, and our Silverado HD was still fairly pricey at close to $65,000. Along with the Duramax Allison combo, the gooseneck hitch, the trailer cameras, and the $495 paint job, our mid-level LT truck also featured the $1,425 LT convenience package dual zone automatic climate control, remote start, a tilt and telescoping steering column, and more. Various other extras padded our example's bottom line, highlighted by $1,295 for chrome 18-inch aluminium wheels, $980 for powered and heated front cloth bucket seats, the $815 LT Plus package rear park assist and power-operated sliding rear window and pedal adjustment, $750 for chrome side steps, the $575 towing package, and $495 for Chevy's MyLink infotainment system with navigation. Is equipped. This is exactly the truck we'd expect a job site foreman to use for everyday chores and the occasional vacation with a load of toys in tow. These diesel trucks are expensive but essential tools for some customers. And while GM's focus on performance and refinement means its new HD rigs give up some maximum capability to its fiercest competitor, it also makes the Silverado 2500 HD and its GMC sibling the most satisfying to operate in the 2017 heavy-duty class. And definitely the quickest.